Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Afiq Aziz bin Ali. So for the introduction, mobile shopping apps are popular in Malaysia and have become an important part of e-commerce landscape in the country. Some popular mobile shopping apps in Malaysia include Lazada is one of the most popular e-commerce app in Malaysia. Lazada offers a wide range of products from fashion and beauty to electronic and home appliance. Shopee in another popular e-commerce app in Malaysia, Shopee offers a wide range of products and features including flash sales and live streaming. 11 Street is also a popular mobile shopping app in Malaysia. 11 Street offers a wide range of products including fashion, electronics, and home appliance. Grab is a popular ride-hailing app in Malaysia, but it also expands its service in food delivery, groceries, and package delivery. Happy Fresh is also a popular grocery delivery app in Malaysia. Happy Fresh allows users to shop for groceries from a variety of stores and have them delivered to their homes. Tesco is one of the largest retailers in Malaysia. Tesco offers a mobile app that allows users to shop for groceries, electronics, and other products. For background of study, the rise of smartphone usage has had a profound impact on the online shopping industry. With the increasing availability of smartphones, more and more consumers are now turning to this device as their primary means of accessing the internet. This has led to a significant increase in the use of online shopping apps, which offer customer the ability to purchase product and service from anywhere and anytime. Despite the growing popularity of online shopping apps, there is still a lack of understanding about the factor the con- that contribute to customer satisfaction with these apps. This is why it is important to study smartphone use and online shopping app satisfaction. By understanding the drivers of customer satisfaction, business can identify areas where they can improve their offering, leading to increased customer satisfaction, loyalty, and revenue. The background of the study of smartphone use and online shopping app satisfaction is rooted in evolution of online shopping and the rise of smartphone usage. With the increasing use of online shopping apps, it is more important than ever to understand the factors that contribute to customer satisfaction. Alright, for the problem statement, first is security and privacy in mobile shopping apps refers to the measure taken to protect sensitive customer information and prevent unauthorized access to the information. This includes both the security of the app itself and the security of customer personal and financial information. Next, difficult for customer to navigate and use the app, making it difficult for customer to navigate and use the app, which can lead to frustration, poor customer satisfaction, and lack of repeat business. Next is limited localization can also affect the user experience. Some apps may not be able to support multiple language and currencies, which can limit customers and can reduce appeal of the apps. Next is limited accessibility. Some apps may not be accessible to users with disabilities who can prevent certain users from using the application and may lead to legal issues. Next is app speed and stability can also have a big impact on users' satisfaction. If the app crash frequently or takes too long to load, user may become frustrated and dissatisfied. Functionality is part of limited accessibility. Apps should provide function and features that users expect and need. Alright, for the research objective, number one is understand the impact of user experience on customer satisfaction. This involves evaluation factors such as the ease of use of the apps, the speed of the apps, the visual design, and the overall navigation. Understanding what drive customer satisfaction in these areas can help business make informed decision about changes they can make to improve the user experience. Another important research objective is to understand the role the personalization plays in customer satisfaction. With the increasing use of artificial intelligence and machine learning, online shopping apps can now offer customers personalized recommendations and experience based on their shopping habits and preference. In addition to these two primary objectives, research on smartphone use and online shopping app satisfaction can also focus on understanding the role of customers service and support in driving customer satisfaction. This can involve evaluation the responsiveness and effectiveness of customer service teams, as well as the ease of accessing help and support through the apps. Alright, for the research question, number one is how does the ease of use of an online shopping app impact customer satisfaction? Number two, what role does personalization play in customer satisfaction with online shopping apps? Number three, how does the responsiveness and effectiveness of customer service impact customer satisfaction with online shopping apps? Number four, what impact do app features and functionality have on customer satisfaction with online shopping apps? How does the security and privacy of online shopping apps impact customer satisfaction? Next, what are the most important drivers of customer satisfaction with online shopping apps? Next, how does the availability of product information and the ability to compare product impact customer satisfaction with online shopping apps? And the last one is how does the speed and visual design of online shopping app impact customer satisfaction? Alright, for the scope of study in the field of smartphone use and online shopping app satisfaction refers to the specific aspect of the topic that will be addressed in the research. This include the variable and factors that will be investigated, the population that will be studied, and the method that will be used to collect and analyze data population inshallah. The relevant of choosing this location is that university shopping mall has become a place people stay and also people spend most of their quality time and make purchase on household groceries and etc. Hence there were 150 questionnaires to be distributed to the consumer, and the selected shopping mall are number one Aeon B, number two Lotus, and number three UITM. First one is variable. The scope of study should clearly define the variable that will be studied, such as ease of use, personalization, customer service, app features and functionality, security and privacy, product information, speed and visual design, and other factors that contribute to the customer satisfaction. Next is population. The scope of study should define the population that will be studied, such as smartphone user who have used online shopping app, or a specific demographic group such as millennials or baby boomers. Next is method. The scope of study should outline the method that will be used to collect and analyze data, such as surveys, focus group, or user testing. It also it should also specify the data analysis technique that will be used, such regression analysis of or factor analysis. Alright, so for the significance of study, number one, the study of smartphone use and online shopping app satisfaction provide valuable insight for business that offer online shopping apps. By understanding what factor contribute to the customer satisfaction, business can make informed decision about how to improve their offerings and increase customer satisfaction, loyalty, and revenue. Second, this study can advance our understanding of the role the smartphone play in online shopping and how business can effectively use this device to engage with the customer. With the rise of e-commerce, it, it is essential that business understand the factor that contribute to customer satisfaction and how they can use technology to improve their offering. The find from this study can be used by business to better understand and respond to changing customer needs and preference. Third, the study of smartphone use and online shopping app satisfaction can empower consumer by providing them with information about the best online shopping apps and the factors that contribute to customers' satisfaction. Finally, the study of smartphone use and online shopping app satisfaction can contribute to the academic field of technology, business, and marketing. It can provide new insight into the role the technology plays in customer behavior and inform future research in this area. Definition of term. The terms using of smartphone on online shopping app satisfaction refers to the level of contentment and enjoyment that consumer experience when using their smartphone to purchase product and service through online shopping apps. This concept encompasses various factors that can influence the customer experience, such as the usability of the apps, the variety and quality of product, the spend and reliability of the apps, and the level of personalization and security offered by the app. In this context, satisfaction can be seen as a cruel determination of consumers' behavior. As customer who has satisfied with their online shopping experience are more likely to continue using the app and to recommend it to others. Therefore, understanding the factors that contribute to customer satisfaction with online shopping apps is essential for business that offer this service and for researchers studying the intersection of technology, business, and consumer behavior. The definition of using of smartphone on online shopping app satisfaction serve as the foundation for exploring the importance of this concept, the factors that contribute to customer satisfaction, and the implication of this research for business and consumers alike. Alright, mobile apps. A mobile app, also known as a smartphone app or simply an app, is a software application designed to run on mobile devices such as smartphone and tablet. Next, the definition of mobile app serve as the starting point for exploring the role that these applications play in our daily life, the benefit that they offer, and the challenges they present.
Assalamualaikum, my name is Azizi. So next is my part, which is literature review. Through this chapter, it conveys the review of the presented research problem in a frame where each of the part is discussed and focus on the specific nature of the relevant literature that relates to the study. The first one is perceived usefulness. Perceived usefulness is the dominant factor significantly affecting its voluntary or mandatory adoption by an individual. Perceived usefulness reflects an individual realization or expectation of performance gain through the system use. Likewise, it could be defined in online shopping context as the customer's subjective probability that using a virtual store front would increase his or her efficiency and effectiveness in the entire purchase process. Thus, this research proposed a hypothesis of perceived usefulness has a positive influence on online shopping through smartphones. Next is perceived ease of use. Consumer shopping experience and perceptions relate to ease of use, where two most important conditions for the success of a mobile system and ease of use. Perceived ease of use refers to the user's assessment of the extent to which understanding, learning and operating a specific system would be free of the physical and mental effort. If a system is relatively easy to use, then individuals would be willing to learn its features and continue using it. This research was conducted to conclude the effectiveness of the applications that existed nowadays through as many respondents as we can. Thus, our research proposed a hypothesis of perceived ease of use as a positive influence on online shopping through smartphones. Next is perceived playfulness. Perceived playfulness refers to the intrinsic motivation that engaging in absorbing interactions. People apparently use a specific system such as online shopping through smartphone for obtaining the hedonistic value derived from pleasure, excitement and enjoyment of shopping online, as well as acquiring the utilitarian value derived from accomplishing the shopping task with minimum irritation or accessing the valuable product information. Based on the flow theory, by adding perceived playfulness in order to capture the user's pleasant feelings caused by cognitive spontaneity in system interactions. A cursory review of technology acceptance in literature shows that perceived playfulness as a state of mind influences the user's intention of system utilization both directly and indirectly over his or her belief structure. Thus, this research proposed a hypothesis of perceived playfulness has a positive effect on online shopping through smartphones. Next is subjective norms. Subjective norms refer to the belief that an important person or group of people will approve and support a particular behavior. Subjective norms are determined by the perceived social pressure from others for an individual to behave in a certain manner, and their motivation to comply with those people's views. Since online shopping requires a customer volitional behavior, internationalization and identification based on subjective norm is expected to exhibit a significant positive influence from initial adoption to extended use of online shopping on smartphones. Thus, our research proposed a hypothesis of subjective norm as a positive effect on online shopping through smartphone. Next is online shopping anxiety. Anxiety has been considered to be either a state of mind representing an individual's short-lived negative emotional response to a stimulus, or an individual that or individual trait referring to an individual constant condition of being under detention regardless of the stimulus. A number of studies suggest that usage of the internet as a shopping medium creates additional uncertainty and risk perceptions due to its intangible nature, which further heightens online shopping anxiety. Users with less experience of the online shopping technology, specifically on smartphones, may also have more anxiety toward using it for their shopping tasks. It is reasonable to expect that anxiety is a casual antecedent of perceived ease of use in online shopping context. Thus, our research proposed a hypothesis of anxiety has a negative effect on online shopping through smartphones. Next is, and lastly, is behavior intentions. Behavior intention refers to the motivational factors that influence a given behavior, where the stronger the intention to perform the behavior, the more likely the behavior will be performed. Behavioral intentions always depends on the individual, what is likely to be the most high priority aspect that individual assess before making a decision. Those aspects serve as motivations, creating stronger intention and thus perform the behavior. Thus, our research proposed a hypothesis of behavioral intention has a positive effect on online shopping through smartphones. Next is proposed structural model, a theoretical framework. The proposed structural model in using of smartphone of online shopping app satisfaction refers to the theoretical framework that outlines the relationships between various variables that influence customer satisfaction with online shopping apps. This model is designed to help researchers and businesses understand the key factors that drive customer satisfaction and to identify areas of improvement that can be enhanced the customer experience. The proposed structural model is typically represented graphically with the arrow connecting the latent variables to indicate the direction and strength of the relationships. For example, a model may show that higher level of app usability lead to a higher level of customer satisfaction, and the product variety and quality have a moderating effect on these relationships. So our research hypothesis is the number one, the perceived usefulness of online shopping through smartphone has a significant impact on consumer behavior intention. If a consumer perceives online shopping through a smartphone as useful and has a positive attitude towards the experience, the behavioral intention are likely to be high and they are more likely to engage in the behavior and vice versa. The second hypothesis, perceived ease of use and behavioral intention is crucial in determining the satisfaction of mobile app users. If a consumer perceives a mobile app as easy to use and has a positive attitude towards the experience, their behavioral intention are likely to be high and they are more likely to use the app in the future and vice versa. The next hypothesis is perceived ease of use and perceived usefulness is crucial in determining the satisfaction of mobile app users. If a consumer perceives mobile app as both easy to use and useful, their level of satisfaction with app is likely to be high and vice versa. Next, hypothesis 4, subjective norms and perceived usefulness is crucial in determining the satisfaction of mobile app users. If a consumer perceives that their friends and family use a particular app and believe that it is a good app, their subjective norms toward the app are likely to be positive, and their perceived usefulness is also likely to be high and vice versa. Next, hypothesis 5. The subjective norms and perceived ease of use play a crucial role in determining the satisfaction of mobile app users. By focusing on both subjective norms and perceived ease of use, app developers and marketers can increase satisfaction and engagement of their app users. Next, hypothesis 6. The combination of perceived playfulness and behavioral intentions is crucial in determining the satisfaction of mobile app users. If a consumer perceives a mobile app as playful and also has a positive behavioral intention towards the app, the level of satisfaction with the app is likely to be high, and also vice versa. Next, hypothesis 7. The combination of perceived playfulness and perceived ease of use is crucial in determining the satisfaction of mobile app users. If a consumer perceives a mobile app as playful and also finds the app easy to use, their level of satisfaction with the app is likely to be high and vice versa. The combination of anxiety and perceived ease of use is crucial in determining the satisfaction of mobile app users. If a consumer experiences high level of anxiety when using a mobile app and also find the app difficult to use, their level of satisfaction with the app is likely to be low and vice versa. Thank you. That's all from my part.
Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi wabarakatuh. My name is Muhammad Faiz Hakim bin Muhammad Zain. I am from Group 7 and today me and my group will be presenting about the research proposal of the using of smartphone on online shopping in terms of app satisfaction. And today I will be presenting about the chapter 3 of the research, which is the research methodology. Part 3.1 is the research design. The research design is probably the most important step to gather and analyze imperative data and assist to find the location of the study, sample size, population, and others related to the research. Factors of this research to be focused on the customer's overall experience using smartphone apps for online shopping to buy their desired goods. At 3.2 is the quantitative design. Quantitative design is a research methodology that involves the collection and analysis of numerical data to answer the research questions that will be given towards our group of respondents that will be chosen later on. In the context of using smartphones for online shopping and its impact on app satisfaction, a quantitative design can be used to gather data on the frequency of smartphone use for online shopping and also the types of shopping apps used and also the level of satisfaction for our customers for using these apps to do their online shopping. The next part will be the data collection. In this study, there are two common ways that researchers can use to gather data, which is through primary and also the secondary data. In terms of primary data can be known to refer as the first-hand information or data that has been obtained originally by researchers on variables of interest for the specific purpose of the study. The questionnaires that will be given later to the respondents from where their response and answers may differentiate on specific issues regarding to the topic. Whereas the secondary data, the data itself can be referred to as the information and data that has been gathered by other parties that had been already conduct previous study and research that possibly related to our main topic in terms of online apps application use and also online shopping related. And it also helped researchers to get at least a better understanding of the data at the time that has been collected by previous researchers and to help them to define the problems that should have been solved but failed to be addressed by the researchers in the previous research. The next part will be the 3.4, which is the sampling design. There are 5 steps under the sampling design, which are will be determined by the target population, setting of the sampling frame and location, deciding the sampling elements, selecting the sampling techniques, and also possibly to determine the sampling size of the respondent that will be given out the questionnaires for the purpose of the study itself. And the next part is and one of the sampling design that will be focused on is the target population. Target population is a set of group of people where the researcher is interested to make analyze to obtain relevant of information for the purpose of the research. The population that has been referred to by an entire group of people, events, or things of interest that the researchers have been found to make the investigation and also analyze the data from the questionnaires that will be given later on. The next part is the 3.4, which is the sampling frame and also the location. In this study, the sampling frame will be the satisfactory level for the online shopping online shopper itself on using the online shopping apps. In fact, the sampling location for the study will be made at a random public location. For this case, we have been decided that the location of the of the research will be in Shah Alam, where most online shopping activity had been more focused on the area nearby, because of the people over there have been known to buy online goods through their shopping apps. Next is the sampling element. After we had decided on the location for the sampling, we had decided that there will be around 150 of random populace of Shah Alam, with the age possibly ranging from 18 to 45 years old, will be selected for the study. The reason is that the sampling elements, because they were probably the most commonly age of the online shopper across various online shopping apps. In fact, that there are only a few obstacles, since the most of the populace of the Shah Alam can be clearly understand and also using English quite well. And the next is the sampling technique. For us, the researcher is to assess the customer satisfaction by to make a proper organized sampling frame. Since the researcher will be distributing the questionnaire manually to be filled by the respondent, convenient sampling will be the best technique to be used, as the subject were selected because of their known accessibility, availability, and also the closest proximity of the researcher in the nearby area. And the next one is the 3.4 is the sampling size. A total of 150 sets of questionnaires that will be distributed, and also the factors such as cost are also critical in terms of determining the sample size. Thus, the study will be focusing more on the 150 selected individuals that, because of the limited budget, time constraints, and also the willingness to take part and also properly answer the questionnaire that will be given. And also the next part will be the research instrument that will be used. Our team had decided that the questionnaire survey will be used in the study. And the questionnaire are defined as the series of questions that will aim to gather prompt and also accurate information from the respondent. Thus, in order to perform a good research, a good questionnaire must be properly and also clearly proved designed. And the effectiveness, and also the high response rate are the reasons that researchers or most researchers would use questionnaire widely to collect primary data if the population of the respondents that will be selected is well educated. The questionnaire design will be also direct, concise. The language will be not confusing, and also will be consist on one element in each statement. In the questionnaire itself, the first part will be responding to the demographic information such as gender, age, race, status of employment, and also monthly income in the section A. In the next section, we'll be focusing on the questions that related to the independent variables that will be tested in the research. The next part will be the scale of definitions. In this study, the researcher only uses nominal and ordinal in the section A and D. For section B and C, interval types of ratio will be used. Questions in section B and C are created to test the independent, moderating, and dependent variables that have been provided. Nominal scale is the lowest form of the measurement among another scale. Usually, researchers use with the variable that are qualitative in nature rather than quantitative. Ordinal scale is become the higher level of measurement after nominal scale, and actually, ordinal scale are more accurate compared to nominal scale. Sources of measurement. In the questionnaire, there will be 6 constructs, namely for our topic, which are using the smartphone on the online shopping apps. So there are perceived usefulness, perceived ease of use, perceived playfulness, subjective norms, online shopping anxiety, and also behavioral intentions. The next part will be the getting data for analysis. And the researcher will be get the data through the questionnaire. It will be properly analyzed, keyed in, and edited in order to produce the data that will have the quality standards that will be satisfying our researching team, and it will go through several processes. The first, the researcher will code the data and labeling the number of participant responses for avoid any confusion, then facilitate the researchers to fill up and categorizing it in the application of SPSS. The data analysis. The data analysis is an important step that will be monitored to avoid any error that may affect the results of the data analysis. The researchers had to determine if the characteristic of the quality of data had been met a standard analysis. Researcher can get the result from the SPSS after the key in and interpret the collected data in the questionnaire and explain on the chart of the table. And last part is the descriptive analysis. Descriptive from our research will be involved in the transformation of raw data into a form that will provide information to describe set of factors in a random situation. Descriptive study requires a sample of hundreds and thousands of subjects to generate an accurate relationship between selected variables. The responses received from the section A, B, C, and D in the questionnaire will be interpreted by the percentage. The central tendency in the A and D measured through mean, median, and mode, and also standard deviation. Histogram, pie charts, bar chart, and line graph will be used to visually exploring the data and also the statistic. Then the last part is the scale measurements. In the context of online shopping using smartphone apps, scale measurements refer to a systemic and standardized way of measuring user satisfaction of the app. Scale measurements help to ensure the feedback is consistent, reliable, and valid, which in turn helps to make informed decisions about improving the app that the customer would mostly be using. One commonly used scale measurement for app satisfaction is called the Likert scale, which involves a series of statements about the app that users are ranked as to rate on a scale of 1 to 4, with 1 being strongly disagree and 4 being with 1 being strongly disagreed and 4 being strongly agree to the questions. That is all. Thank you for listening to my presentation.
Assalamualaikum. My name is Muhammad Shurahbil and I will present about chapter 4, which is finding and data analysis. Introduction. This chapter explains the finding of data collection from a survey that was conducted after a completed 200 questionnaire have been collected. So the researcher will do the data analysis. So present the result and having further explanation of the feedback from the respondent. All the data collection was analyzed by using SPSS 21 edition. So finding was elaborate in reliability, frequency and correlation. So this chapter present quantitative data analysis. So the result organized by research question and presented in 3-main section, which are general question, service quality section, and demographic profile. A little bit about demographic profile. So in gender, so descriptive analysis was carried out in order to understand the respondent characteristic in number and percentage form. So in this survey, the finding revealed from 150 respondents, in which female 56% and are gathered than male 44% is presented in table. So the clear picture of demographic profile of a respondent by gender at the picture. In this chapter, I will present about perceived usefulness. According to the analysis each item, the first item for perceived usefulness is I find mobile shopping apps useful for accomplishing my shopping task, which is 35 out of 23.3% of them agree that mobile shopping apps useful for accomplishing their shopping tasks. Next, there were 85 respondents, which is 55.3% who strongly agree on this item, but 3 respondents, which is 3.3% strongly disagree with the item, and 23 respondents, which is 50.3% disagree with the item. So the main score obtained was 4.4. This can be concluded that the majority of customers strongly agree with the item. According to the analysis on the second item, the item is using mobile shopping apps improve my performance in accomplishing my shopping task. Item 2. In particular, 66, which were 44% of them strongly agree with the item, and 55 respondent, which is 36% agree. However, there were 26 of them, which is 70.3%, who disagree, and 3 of them, which is 2% strongly disagree. So the analysis showed that the majority of them strongly agree that the online market provide very good value for customer with a mean score of 4.21. Next, according to the analysis for the 3 item, using mobile shopping apps enabled me to accomplish my shopping apps faster. Item 3. State that 69 of the responder, 46%, strongly agree on this item, followed by 38, which is with 38 responder, which is 25.3% of them agree on this item. However, 34 of the responder, which is 22.7%, disagree, and followed by 9 responder, which is 6% of them strongly disagree on the item. Overall, the analysis showed that the majority of them agree on this item with the mean score 4.11. So finally, the last item is using mobile shopping apps enhance my effectiveness in accomplishing my shopping task. Item 4. In particular, 74 respondent, which is 49.3% of them strongly agree, followed by 49 respondent, which is 32.7% of them agree on this item, and 24 of them, which is 16% disagree. Only 3 of respondent, which is 2%, strongly disagree with the item. The mean score obtained was 4.29%. This can be concluded the majority of customers strongly disagree with the item. I will explain about the next is perceived ease of use. So the first item for perceived ease of use is about they are mobile shopping apps easy to accomplish the shopping task. In particular, 64 respondent, which were 42.7% of them agree with the item. So there were 61 respondent, which is 40.7%, who strongly strongly agree on this item. So analysis showed that there were no respondents who strongly disagree with the item, but 5 respondents, which is 3.3%, disagree with the item, and 20 respondents, which is 13.3%, slightly agree with the item. So the mean score obtained was 4.21. This can be concluded that the majority of customers agree with the item. The second analysis was related to easy to become skillful at using mobile shopping apps to accomplish the shopping task. Item 2. In particular, 73 respondent, of which 48.7% of them strongly agree with the item, and 46 respondent, which is 30.7%, agree. However, there were 21 respondent of them, which is 14%, who slightly agree, and 10 of them 6.7% disagree. So analysis show that the majority of them strongly agree that there is easy to become skillfulness at using mobile shopping apps with a mean score of 4.21. Thirdly, the score rating scale on the third item regarding respondent are mobile shopping apps flexible to interact with when accomplish the shopping task. Item 3 reported that 57 respondent of them, which is 38%, strongly agree, followed by 64 of respondent, which is 42.7%, who agree that this item mobile shopping apps flexible to interact with when accomplish the shopping task. 27 respondent, which is 18%, was likely in agreement regarding the item. From the result, the mean score obtained was 4.19. This can be concluded that the majority of respondents agree with the item. And the next analysis on the fourth item regarding easy to learn how to use mobile shopping apps to accomplish my shopping task. Item 4 state that 72 respondents, which is 48%, strongly agree on this item, followed by 46 respondents, which is 30.7%, of them agree on this item. However, there were 26 respondents of them, which is 17.3% slightly agreeing, followed by 6 respondents, which is 4% of them disagreeing on the item. So overall, the analysis showed that the majority of them strongly agree on this item with the mean score of 4.23. Okay, the next I will story about perceived playfulness. So the result is the first item was related to when shopping at mobile shopping apps, they do not realize the passing time. In particular, 54 respondent, which is 36 percent of them agree with the item. There were 55 respondents, which is 39.3%, who strongly agree on this item. Analysis show that there are 3 respondents, 3%, disagree with the item, and 34 respondents, which is 22%, slightly agree with the item. So the mean the score obtained was 4.23. This can be concluded that the majority of customer agree with the item. The analysis on the second item was related to they enjoy shopping at mobile shopping apps. Item 2. In particular, 43 respondents, which were 28.7% of them strongly agree with the item, and 72 respondents, which is 48% agree. However, there were 29 of them, which is 19.3%, who slightly agree, and 6 of them, which is 4%, disagree. Analysis show that the majority of them strongly agree. The employees responded quickly. The majority strongly agree that they enjoy shopping at mobile apps. Item 2, with a mean score of 4.01. Thirdly, the score rating scale on the third item regarding shopping at mobile shopping apps make they want to explore. Item 3 reported that 56 of them, which is 37.3%, strongly agree, followed by 59 respondents, 39.3%, who agree that this item will give an effect. So 29 respondents, which is 19.3%, were slightly in agreement, and 6 respondents, which is 4%, disagree regarding the item. From the result, the mean score obtained was 4.10. So this can be concluded that majority respondent was agree with the item. So according to the analysis on each item, the last item related to shopping at mobile shopping apps make me imaginative. Item 4, starting that 55 of respondent, which is 30%, strongly agree on this item, followed by 76, which is 50.7% of them agree on this item. 29 of respondent, which is 19.3%, slightly agree on the item. So overall, the analysis showed that the majority of them strongly agree and on this item with the mean score of 4.11. Okay, in chapter 4, also I will present about subjective norms. So the first item for subjective norms is pupil important to me thought that I should use mobile shopping apps for my shopping task. In particular, 76 respondent, which is 50.7% of them agree with the item. So there were 36 respondents, which is 24%, who strongly agree on this item. So analysis showed that there were 6 respondents, which is 4%, disagree with the item, and 32 respondents, which is 21.3%, slightly agree with the item. So the mean score obtained was 3.95. So this can be concluded that the majority of customer strongly agree with the item. So the analysis on the second item, the item was related to people I know thought that using mobile shopping apps for accomplishing my shopping task in item 2. So in particular, 59 respondents were, which is 39.3% of them strongly agree with the item, and 57 respondent, which is 38% agree. So however, there were 29 of them, which is 19.3% who slightly agree, and 5 of them, which is 3.3%, disagree. So analysis show that the majority of them strongly agree that using mobile apps for accomplishing my shopping task with a mean score of 4.13. Thirdly, the score rating scale on the third item regarding people I know influenced me to try out mobile shopping app for accomplishing my shopping task. Item 3 reported that 58 respondent of them, which is 38.7%, strongly agree, followed by 57 of respondent, which is 38%, who agree that this item will give an effect. So 32 respondents, which is 21.3%, were slightly in agreement, and 3 respondents, which is 2%, disagree regarding the item. So from the result, the mean score obtained was 4.13. So this can be concluded that the majority of visitors strongly agree with the item. So the next analysis on the fourth item regarding I only purchase when there is a free delivery offer. Item 4 state that 63 of respondents was which is 42% strongly agree on this item, followed by 59 respondents, which is 39.3% of them agree on this item. There were 23 of the respondent, which is 50.3% slightly agreeing on the item, and 5 of them, 3.3, disagree. So overall, the analysis showed that majority of them strongly agree this item with the mean score of 4.2%. In the next chapter 4, I will discuss about online shopping anxiety. The result is the first item for online shopping anxiety is I feel apprehensive about using mobile shopping app for my shopping task. In particular, 55 respondents, which were 36.7% of them agree with the item. So there were 65 respondents, which is 43.3%, who strongly agree on this item. Analysis showed that there were 3 respondents, which is 2%, who strongly disagree with the item, and 5 respondents, 3.3% disagree with the item, and 22 respondents, which is 14.7%, slightly agree in the item. So the mean score obtained was 4.16%. So this can be concluded that the majority of customers strongly agree with the item. So analysis on the second item. The item was related to asking about I hesitate to shop at mobile shopping apps for fear of making closely. Item 2, in particular, 54 of which of them, which is 36% of them strongly agree with the item, and 63 respondents, which is 42% agree. However, there were 27 of them, 18%, who slightly agree, and 6 of them, which is 4%, disagree. Analysis show that the majority of them strongly agree that hesitate to shopping at mobile shopping apps for fear of making closely, with the mean score of 4.33. So thirdly, the score rating scale on the third item regarding when shopping at mobile shopping app, I fear I might lose my personal and credit card information item. Item 3 reported that 76 of them, which is 50.7%, strongly agree, followed by 51 of respondents, which is 34%. 20 respondents, which is 13.3%, were slightly in agreement, and 3 respondents, which is 2%, disagree regarding the item. From the result, the mean score obtained was 4.33. This can be concluded that the majority of visitors strongly agree with them. So according to the analysis on each item, so the fourth and the last item was related to item regarding I avoid using mobile shopping app for my shopping task because I seem to be unfamiliar. To me, item 4 state that 62 of them, the respondent, which is 41.3%, strongly agree on this item, followed by 59 respondent, which is 39.3% of them agree on this item. So there were 26 of respondent, which is 17.3% slightly agreeing on the item, and 3 of them, which is 2% disagree overall of the item. Overall, the analysis showed that the majority of them strongly on this item with mean score of 4.20. And in chapter 4 also, I will discuss about behavioral intention. So the result is the first item of behavioral intention is I think it is very good to use mobile shopping apps for my shopping task instead of traditional method. In particular, 55 respondents, which were 36.7% of them agree with the item. There were 63 respondents, which is 42% who strongly agree and on this item. So analysis showed that there were 5 respondents, which is 3.3% disagree with the item, and 29 respondents, which is 19.3% slightly agree with the item. So the mean score obtained was 4.19. So this can be concluded that the majority of customers strongly agree with the item. So the analysis on the second item was related to asking about whatever it is a very desirables to use mobile shopping app for instead of traditional method, item 2. So in particular, 57% of them strongly agree with the item, and 58 respondent, which is 38.7% agree. So however, there were 29 of them, which is 19.3%, who slightly agree, and 6 of them, which is 4%, disagree. So analysis showed that the majority of them strongly agree that the very desirables to use mobile shopping apps for instead of traditional method with mean score of 4.11. So thirdly, the score rating scale on the third item regarding it is much better for me to use mobile shopping app for my shopping task instead of traditional method, item 3. So reported that 76 respondent of them, which is 50.7%, strongly agree. So followed by 40 of respondent, which is 26.7%, who agree that this item will have an effect. So 29 respondents, which is 19.3%, was slightly in agreement. So and 5 respondents, which is 3.3%, disagree regarding the item. So from the result, the main score obtained was 4.25. So this can be concluded that the majority of respondents strongly agree with the item. So according to the analysis on each item, the last, which is on the fourth item related to using mobile shopping apps for my shopping task instead of traditional method, is a good idea, item 4. So state that 66 of the respondent, which is 44%, strongly agree on this item. So followed by 47 respondent, which is 31.3% of them agree on this item. So 34 of the respondent, which is 22.7%, slightly agree on the item and 3 of them, which is 2%, disagree. Overall, the analysis showed that the majority of them strongly agree on this item, which the mean score of 4.17. Thank you.
For Chapter 5, Introduction, the researcher provides an overall summary of the research paper and the analysis carried out in Chapter 4, which are the variables that affect customer satisfaction with online shopping application, as well as suggestions on how to conduct an effective study that directly provide result and can conduct more research. Profound changes in making future study will be able to be improved. For 5.1, recapitulation of major finding. Recapitulation of key finding. The study has discovered and examined several key factors that are important in influencing the purchase intention of each existing group, such as the age group between 21 years to 45 years. The factor proposed in this context may include variables such as app usability, product variety and quality, delivery speed and reliability, and security and personalization. The result of the study shows that most young people have the intention to buy in the market using shopping apps based on the frequency and percent of answering the questionnaire. He said the use of online shopping app for online purchase has a positive influence of, on the buying intention of young people. The ease of using shopping app is always an important factor that influence the intention to buy online using apps. In relation to shopping apps, it is easy to use by young people because most of them can complete their shopping tasks quickly. Based on the result of the questionnaire, 95% of respondents agreed that ease of use is one of the main factors that influence their intention to use shopping app to buy online as well. For 5.2, the research was intended to investigate the key factors that improve customer shopping experience in online mobile shopping application. In particular, the study was conducted utilizing quantitative data where a set of adapted and adapted questionnaire were used to collect data from young people through simple random sampling method. The purpose framework comprises the independent variable, namely precise usefulness, perceived ease of use, perceived playfulness, subject norms, online shopping anxiety, behavioral intention, while the independent variable in purchase intention. The conclusion of this study is being summarized from various viewpoints. Researchers have noted that identifying and understanding the key factors that improve customer shopping experience in online mobile shopping application are very important to any organization. This is due to fact in Malaysia nowadays competition among businesses to give the best service and quality product to consumer need internal change within the organization. If employees are satisfied and adapt with the change happen in the organization, the whole organization will be improved to be more efficient, creative, and increase the productivity of employees to achieve their objectives set by organization. By mean, this research are meaningful framework has been established and the finding will facilitate on market business in policies or strategies and even guide corrective action require the organization when they need change done in the organization. The finding of this research do indicate that, at least for now, five factors that contribute significantly and are able to show a linkage to young people's purchase intention. For 5.3, limitation of study, similar to other researchers even ever conducted, this research has its own limitation as well. The results obtained in research have not completely been able to recognize other factors that improve customers' shopping experience in mobile shopping application. The study pertaining to the key factor that improve customer shopping experience, which has been conducted within Malaysia only and may necessarily be applicable to the other country. In addition, this study is also limited in terms of sample size and nature of business, and as such it is somewhat difficult to generalize the acquired information. 5.4 Recommendation for future research to industry. This study can be used by any online business that want to recognize the key factor that improve customer satisfaction while making a purchase in the online mobile shopping application. For, for the student, the study will be used for reference and information for students in determining the key factors that improve customer purchase satisfaction in the online mobile shopping application. The last one is to other researchers. The study will help researchers to understand more about their previous study and put it in practice. Researchers also can increase their knowledge on factors that improve customer satisfaction in the online shopping application. Alright, so for conclusion, the researchers has clarified that the main factor that influence the improved customer shopping experience in online mobile shopping application due to its ease of access and use. Questionnaires has been distributed to all group through direct questionnaires through throughout Kuala Lumpur to collect information accurately and openly as more online shopping users live nearby the city. Through this method, various positive and negative opinion and perception of men and women have been obtained. Quantitative analysis methods have been used to determine which factors are most prominent using frequency, percentage, mean, and correlation analysis. Based on the analysis made, we have improved the way of obtaining information. Therefore, at the end of decision made, we get a decision that is in place by all age group.